All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on? SHIPIT Nation YouTube station back with the March 7th, Thursday NHL Quick Hit brought to you by SHIPITNation.com. If you are not a member yet, head over to SHIPITNation.com. Use that promo code HOOP15. Get you 15% off any membership you do choose for life. Get in the community, get in the best community in the industry, Discord community, like-minded individuals helping other members succeed. We have all the tools, the content, the projections that you need to have success with DFS at a much cheaper cost than the industry standard. Obviously, we got MLB starting up here in a couple weeks. We'll have you covered with that. Still have NBA going on, right? Second half of the season here. NHL, same thing. PGA in the swing now. Majors coming up. We got you covered for all things. And as well, NASCAR with the addition of DGen75 and his crew. So we got you covered for all the major sports. Use that promo code HOOP15. Gets you 15% off any membership plan for life. If not, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out a ton. We appreciate that as well. Let's jump right in. We got 12 games to talk about here tonight. Going to talk through some of my favorite stacks, favorite value plays, a couple favorite goalies. As always, my final content, slate plan, core plays will be live for SHIPIT Nation subscribers. Let's talk about my top stack of the board here tonight. It's going to be these New York Islanders heading on the road to face the Sharks in San Jose here. I like this spot quite a bit for the Islanders here. Islanders coming off of 4 straight wins. They're playing great hockey right now. I'll get a great matchup here against the Sharks. Really, really like Bo Horvat. Really like Brock Nelson. Really like Matthew Barzal. And then even the second line with Anders Lee, JPG, and Kyle Palmieri. Really, really like. Kyle Palmieri is absolutely nuking right now, coming off of 4 goals in 2 games, 41 DraftKings points, 25 DraftKings points. He's getting top power play time as well. Really, really like him a ton here. Top 2 lines for me for New York Islanders. Love them all. Love all 6 of those guys. In terms of D-men, Noah Dobson as a spend-up D-man here at 7.2K gets the best matchup on the slate. D-men against San Jose. So New York Islanders, where I'm centering around my teams tonight, really, really love the spot for them. Jumping into another spot here you can take a look at here. It's going to be this Minnesota Wild. Haven't been on the Wild too much, but they're coming off a nice win, right, against San Jose, 4-3. I like going right back to the well here. They're on the road in Arizona. I like this spot for Minnesota. Arizona's very leaky at home, especially over the last 10 games here. Give me all the Kirill Kaprizov here. Really like him. Eriksson Ek, Matthew Boldy, that top line I like a lot. But you get some value guys here, like a guy like Marco Rossi at 4.1K. His 2 line mates, Ryan Hartman and Mermis here. I would stick to probably Hartman and Rossi as a 2-man. Rossi is a 2-man stack here. Nice thing about Rossi is he correlates with Ek and Kaprizov and Boldy up on that top power play, so I do like him. But overall, Minnesota in a pretty good spot here tonight. I like them here in this matchup. Another spot here, it's going to be these New Jersey Devils here at home, coming off of 3 straight losses against Florida, LA, and Anaheim. Look for them to right the ship here at home against St. Louis. Like the matchup for them. Jack Hughes, 9,500 is expensive, but he's averaging over 5 shots on goal per game over the last 5. I think he's a great play. He's skating next to Jesper Bratt, Eric Haula. Those are 2 good line mates to stack with him. And then going up to this top line with Nico Hischier, Timo Meier, and Tyler Toffoli. All great options here, like the top 2 lines here for me. In terms of D-men, you still got a nice value guy. Luke Hughes at 4.1K, still getting top power play time. So overall, I do like Jersey's matchup here tonight on this slate. Jumping into a couple more teams you can take a look at here. I'm going to start with the Pittsburgh Penguins here at home against Washington. Like the matchup for them, Sidney Crosby here, Lars Eller, Rickard Rakell. Overall, great plays, like all of them here. Rickard Rakell still remains too cheap at 5.3K in this matchup against Washington. But overall, basically going to just be that top line for me. Crosby, Raquel, Eller, Chris Letang, if you want to throw a demon in there. Riley Smith, I think, is a fine play too, down on that second line. Pittsburgh's not my favorite stack, but I still do think they're in a good spot here tonight. Looking at the metric, the Capitals have given up over 3 goals per game expected over the last 10. Their actual goals is up near 4 against per game. So I do think Pittsburgh can keep the bus rolling here after they came off 3 losses right in a row. Righted the ship last game, right, 2 nights ago against Columbus. I think they keep that momentum rolling here. So I do like Pittsburgh here tonight. And then the last team I'm going to bring up here is going to be Tampa Bay. Obviously, there's a lot of good teams on the slate, 12-game slate. I got about 7 or 8 teams that I think you could play, probably even more than that, but I'm going to limit it to the ones I mentioned here. Last team I'm going to bring up for you guys is going to be Tampa Bay Lightning here. Really like the spot for Lightning at home against Calgary. Think Tampa keeps it rolling, coming off a nice win against Montreal. They've had a couple of days off, and I think they come in with fresh legs here. I think they steamrolled this Calgary squad here. The numbers love them. I like Braden Point, Stamkos, Kucherov. That's a very expensive stack, right? Kucherov's up to 97. If you want to middle it a little bit and go with a Point and a Stamkos, that's a nice value stack. I think those two get a lot of ownership, but it's a nice pairing. You can throw in a Victor Hedman instead of a Kucherov, get you a little bit different there. So I do like this top line, top power play quite a bit for Tampa here tonight. That's going to round out my favorite stacks. 2 other stacks you can look at. One stack I did want to mention for you guys just because it's the heaviest total on the slate or heaviest favorite on the slate. Carolina at home here against Montreal. I think they're fine. I'm just going to be a little bit underweight. The expected goal numbers against Montreal look for some negative regression coming. So I think they're actually better than what their actual goals against and their numbers against have shown over the last 10 games. So I'm going to be a little bit underweight on Carolina. I expect them to get a lot of ownership, though, here on this slate. And then another team, Edmonton, here on the road in Columbus. Edmonton's going to get some ownership. I think they're great plays. But I'm going to stick to the Islanders, the Minnesota Wild, the New Jersey, Pittsburgh, and Tampa is my top 5 here on the slate. Jump into some value plays at each position, starting with the center position. One team, like I said, going right back to the well with Carolina. Heaviest favorite on the slate. 3K, Jack Drury here, second liner, second power play. I think he's too cheap. So I do like him at just 3K. I think he's a solid option here tonight if you're looking for some value. Another guy at the value position, William Eklund here for San Jose. I think this game goes back and forth here against New York. San Jose's been in a lot of scoring matchups back and forth, right? Giving up a lot of goals, but they've also actually been playing pretty solid hockey and scoring some goals, right? They're coming 2 goals, 3 goals, 6 goals, 4 goals. I mean, they're still scoring, and these guys' prices are super cheap. So William Eklund, I think, has a nice price point. I think he's a solid option. Probably my favorite value play in the whole slate is going to be Jean-Gabriel Pageau on the other side of Eklund here for the Islanders. Talked about liking the Islanders a ton here. JGP here, like him a lot on the slate at 3.4K. So Pageau, going to be my favorite guy. And then the last value center I'll bring up for you guys is Barrett Hayton here. 3.3K. It's more of a matchup play for me and a price standpoint. He's averaging over 2.5 shots on goal per game over the last 5. Minnesota ranks 30th in the league against center, so I do think Barrett Hayton is a solid value option at the center position. Jumping over to the wing position here, we're going to start with a guy for Columbus. Not the greatest matchup, but Edmonton actually struggles a little bit against right wings here. Alex Nylander, 3.8K. This guy's been playing great hockey ever since he's cracked the lineup there in Columbus. He's going to play 16 to 18 minutes. He's averaging over 3.5 shots on goal per game, and he's 3.8K, getting top power play time. I think he's a solid option. Going back to the San Jose side, like I talked about, they're playing good hockey. They're cheap. Anthony Duclair here has been absolutely incredible. He's playing 18 to 20 minutes here. He's averaging over 2.5 shots on goal per game. He's averaging almost 20 DraftKings points per game over the last 5, and he's 3.7K in an all-right matchup here, so I don't hate him. Another guy, Lars Eller, again, gets the bump up to that top line, skating next to Sidney Crosby and Raquel. I think he's an excellent option at 3.5K in a plus matchup, getting top power play time as well. So I really like Lars Eller. And then the last guy, Michael Bunting here for Carolina, 3.8K. Top power play time for Bunting here. Going to play 17 to 18 minutes at 3.8K. Highest total on the slate. Highest team total, on the slate. Heaviest favorite. I do think he's a solid option here. Jumping over to the value demon position here. First guy, Cam York. This guy's playing incredible hockey right now. He's playing all the minutes he can handle, upwards of 26 minutes upside. He's going to block shots. He's going to shoot the puck as well. He's getting power play time. 3.9K, really like Cam York. I think he's got a good floor ceiling combination. Another guy, Alexander Romanov here for the Islanders, draws the best matchup on the slate, right? San Jose ranks 32nd in the league. He's been playing good hockey, going to get you 18 to 20 minutes. Block you some shots mainly. He can shoot the puck a little bit, but mainly a shot blocker here. So I do like him at 3.9K. Two more guys. First guy, Brett Pesce here for Carolina. This guy's playing great hockey right now. He's going to play over 20 minutes, 3.6K. Going to shoot the puck. Going to block you a couple shots as well. I think he's got a good floor ceiling combination at his price point, so I do like him. And then the last guy is going to be a stone minimum here. It's going to be Vincent Deschares here for Edmonton. 2.5K stone minimum. I think he's a great option here on this slate. Second liner, gets a great matchup. Columbus ranks 31st in the league. He's stone minimum, and he's going to play 16 to 18 minutes here in a plus matchup. So I do think he's a great option at stone minimum if you need a punt. Jumping over to the goalie section here. Going to start with the chalk of the slate, Sergei Bobrovsky here at home against Philly. He's a good goalie. He's 8.2K. He's a heavy favorite at home. Everything checks out. Price, matchup, everything. I think he's a great option. He's definitely a good cash goalie here at 8.2K. GPTs, I think he's fine, but I might look to get a little bit different just due to ownership. But another guy that's going to get a lot of ownership, $100 more than him, Ilya Sorokin here against San Jose, even being on the road. Sorokin, a good goalie here. I think he's a solid option. I prefer, if I had to pick one of the two, I'd prefer Bob just because he's at home. But both of these guys, both going to get probably 20+% ownership. Both good plays, both fairly priced here. I think they're both good options. Two more guys I'm going to bring up. First guy, Tristan Jarry here. Like the matchup for Jarry, like Pittsburgh here in this game. 8K flat at home in a favorite matchup. I like him at 8K. And then the last guy I'm going to bring up is Philip Gustav here. 7.9K on the road in Arizona. I like Minnesota to win this game here. Should see some volume. He hasn't been great, but he has shown a ceiling this season, and I think this is a good ceiling performance here out of Philip Gustafsson here. So 7.9K is going to round it out for my favorite goalies on this slate. That's going to do it. As always, my final content, slate play and core plays, will be live for SHIPIT Nation subscribers. If you want access to that, check out who I'm on in terms of the top skaters for the center, the wing, the D, the goalies. I'll be in the Discord talking about strategy, talking about lineup construction. Use that promo code HOOP15, gets you 15% off. But good luck tonight in your contest. Hope to see those SHIPIT Nation logos at the top for myself, Nadesify. Ship it.